You want to know how I know I'm dedicated, okay, and I like you guys too much, okay? It's because I could be going home and watching the Cardinal game right now, and instead I'm right here, okay? Because that's what I do. You're welcome. All right, here we go, guys. Solving systems of inequalities. This is so easy. It's unbelievable how easy it is. Okay, so I want to get right into it, but again, you guys remember just a couple things. Just I want to point out to you before we get into it is that you know what, guys, I'm sick of red. Let's just do blue today. What do you think? All right, so from just graphing linear inequalities, you know that if you have it like this or like this, it's a dotted line. So greater than or less than, it's a dotted line. Okay, and if it is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, it is solid. If it is greater than or equal to, you shade above the line. I'll just say shade up. And if it's less than or equal to, you shade down. And that's pretty much all you need to know. And all we're going to do with systems is we're going to do it twice. We're going to have two inequalities, two linear inequalities that we're going to graph, and we're going to shade, and then there's going to be one final answer. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm tired of talking about it. Let's get right into it. All right, so let me find here we go. Okay, so first example, you'll notice that neither of them are solved for y. So let's just do, I'll tell you what, I'll do this top one in blue, and I'll do this second one in green. All right, so let's start with the blue one. I'm going to solve for y here. So it's going to be, I'll subtract 2x from both sides. Now the reason I'm doing this is because it's a negative. I just want to make sure that I'm getting this one right, because when I divide by a -6, I'm going to have to flip the sign. So anyway, I'll rewrite it down here. It'll be -6y is less than -2x plus 8. And then we'll divide by -6. So y is greater than, -2 over -6 is going to become positive 1 over 3x minus, and then 8 over -6 is going to become -4 over 3, or 1.3 repeating. All right, so let's go ahead and graph this guy before we move on any further. So again, I'm going to start at -4.3, so -1.3. So probably somewhere right here, okay, something like that. And then we're going to go use our slope. We're going to go up 1, so 1 unit here, and then over 3, so 1, 2, 3. You'll notice that there's no equal bar, so it's going to be a dotted line, something like that. And the last thing is about the shading. So it says y is greater than, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to shade this way. So for today, guys, again, I want you to just use the flares like I have here, and it'll make sense in a second why I do that. So let me get rid of this, and we're going to do the second one. So let me switch colors, go back to green. So here we go. Again, I'm going to solve for y, so subtract 8x. Subtract 8x, and this will be 4y is greater than or equal to -8x plus 12, and divide by 4. So y is greater than or equal to -2x plus 3. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to graph this guy. So go up to +3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go down 2 and over 1. And again, in this case, it's greater than or equal to, so it is a solid line. That was a terrible line. I can do better. I can do better, I promise. Okay, don't yell at me. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's try again. Second time's a charm. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, I can take that. So now again, guys, the answers here are they're going to be sections, not just a particular point. So the fact that they cross really doesn't concern us very much at all. All right, so anyway, now the last part about this green line is that it's greater than the line. So take your pen, put it on the y-intercept, and where the number's greater, well, that is up. So we're going to shade this way. All right, so let me switch to black so I can identify our sections here. So I've got the first section here, okay, second section here, third section here, and fourth section here. Now, the answer to our problem is where they both are pointing. Okay, so like let's look at 1. Like you see here, the blue points in towards section 1. Here, the green points away, so it's not 1. Okay, you see here the green points into section 2, the blue points into section 2. Okay, so it's probably this one. 3, the green points in, blue points away, so it's not 3. And then 4, they both point away from section 4. Section 4 get no love, okay, and it's a terrible thing. So here we go. This is our final answer. So the reason, what I want you to do now with your final answer is I really do want you to shade that in nice and dark, so I know that you know that I know. Sorry, no, that you know that's the answer. Okay. So again, it's going to be this whole section is our answer for this one. All right, let's go on to the next one. More practice. We need it. All right, so we'll go back to red. We'll give red some more love. All right, so for the first one, again, I'll do this one in red. The second one will be in blue. So for the red line, again, these are already solved, so we'll just go ahead and get into it. So start at -7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -7 right here. And I'll go, my slope is 2 over 1, so I'll go up 2 units and over 1 unit. And it is just greater than, so it's going to be dotted. Something like that. And then it's greater than, so I'm going to shade, again, the numbers are greater going this way, so I'm going to shade up this way. All right, next line in blue. Again, it's going to be, so start at +4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And my slope is -3 over 1, so down 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1 unit. And it is greater than or equal to, so I'm just it's going to be a solid line. Man, I'm bad at that. I'm so sorry, guys. This is embarrassing. I wish you guys knew how hard it was to do this, because it is pretty tough. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. One more try. I promise. It's not. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be good. Okay, there. We'll do that part first. Then that part. Oh, it's bad. Okay, I quit. I give up. Okay, there we go. So it's greater than or equal to. So again, take your pen, put it on the y-intercept, and you're gonna shade this way. All right. So again, we've been broken up our our graph into 4 sections. So it's here's the first section, second section, third section, and the fourth little section over here. Now again, you're just looking for where they both cross. So red points in here, blue points away. They both point in here at 2, and then blue points in, red points away, and they both point away at 4. So it's got to be this section right in here. All right. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's do 2 more. So in this case, you see that we've got, they're in kind of strange formats. So let's go back to green. So this one, oops, that's black. Well, whatever, I'll just keep it as black, that's fine. And this one will be green. All right, so I'm going to kind of figure out what we're doing here. So let's start with, whoops, I don't know why that's green now. I don't know what's going on. All right, so anyway, this one's going to be black. So let's solve for it. So I'm going to get this 2y by itself. So first thing I'll do is I'll subtract 3x from both sides. So it'll be 2y equals -3x plus 12. And then we'll divide by 2. So why is it equal? I'm sorry, guys, it should not be equal. So let's fix that real fast. You see it's less than, so it'll be less than right there. So y is less than -3 over 2x plus 6. So let's graph it. So we'll go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, make our y-intercept there. We'll go down 3, so 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. And it is a dotted line, thankfully, because I can't draw a solid line. And we'll draw a dotted line, something like that. All right. And then it is less than, so again, you take your pen, put it on the y-intercept, and the numbers are less down. So I'm going to shade this side of my line. Okay, green line. Let me get rid of this stuff here. All right, so green line. Again, I've got x over here, which is weirding me out. So I'm just going to leave, I'm going to try to get my y by itself here. So again, I'm going to try to isolate the 2y in this case. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So I'm going to flip this whole thing around. So I'm going to put the 2y on the left. Make sure you're flipping around the inequality as well. So less than or equal to x plus 8. And the last step is to divide by 2. So y is less than or equal to, again, this is just going to stay a fraction. It'll be 1/2 x plus 4. All right, so let's graph it. So start at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1 over 2. Solid line. I think I feel pretty confident. Yeah, you know what? That's as good as it's going to get. All right. So then we're going to go, again, it's less than or equal to, so we'll shade down. And again, you're just looking for where the flares cross. So you see here, I'll use red this time. So again, I've got 1, 2, third section, fourth section, and you see that finally our fourth section is getting some love. Both the flares are pointing in there. We can just shade this whole section here. All right, one more to do. And this one's not going to take us long at all, so let's do it. Again, I'll do the top one in red, bottom one in blue. All right, so the top one for red. Again, you'll notice that this is just y is less than x, so it's like plus 0. So you're going to start at 0. Slope is 1 over 1. So you go up 1 and over 1. It is a dotted line, okay, because of the less than, no equal bar. So dot it, just like this. And down here, so here's my red line, my red dotted line, and we'll do the blue one. So x is greater than or equal to 4, so go to 4 on the x-axis, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just a vertical line, so it's a vertical line, a solid vertical line because of the equal bar. All right, there we go. And oh, I didn't do my red flares, guys. Why didn't you say anything? Gosh. Okay, so let's go back to red for a second just to flare it. It says less than x, so put your pencil on the y-intercept. Numbers are less down, so I'm going to shade this part down right here. And go back to blue. So x is greater than or equal to 4, which means that I'm going to shade, again, the numbers are greater to the right, so I will shade this way. All right, so again, I've broken it up into, so one big section over here, this whole section is 1. This little tiny one's 2, this one's 3 over here, and this one is 4, this whole section in here. So you see nothing's pointing at 1. The blue's pointing in at 2, but not the red. And then the red's pointing in at 4, and blue's pointing away at 4, so it's got to be 3. All right, so guys, again, I hope that helps. You know, again, it's pretty easy stuff. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, have a good one.